For thousands of migrants heading north to the United States, their journey through Mexico is one paved with danger.
Los estaban esperando un grupo de personas armadas.
A group of armed men were waiting for us. They took my bag and they put me face down on the ground.
Boca abajo. ¿Le gusta este arbolito?
David Sanabria remembers how he and his 4-year-old daughter Jimena were met by armed men when they arrived in Mexico. They left Honduras last year. They paid a coyote that was supposed to take them to the U.S.-Mexico border. But when they got there, they say they were handed to a group of kidnappers.
Me dijeron a mí que eran
They told me that they were from the Golfo cartel.
Del Golfo.
They were taken to the desert, joining 50 other migrants. That's when they say the kidnappers called his brother Dennis, who lives in the United States, demanding $7,500 for his release. His story, one that is becoming more and more common. Over the past year, Telemundo investigative team spoke with over 30 migrants, among them women and children, all of who claim survived a kidnapping. Videos like these leaving some family members with no choice but to pay thousands of dollars for their loved ones' safety. All of them in makeshift camps across the border that have become a hunting ground for kidnappers. With so many disappearances, migrants are forced to keep an eye out at night.
We don't want the kids to go out a lot or by themselves.
Berta Hernandez bears the scars of what can happen when the ransom is not paid. She's saying as soon as you're taken, the first thing they do is take your phone.
They see who you're talking to, and the only messages they found were with my mom. It was a U.S. phone number, just one, and all they saw was money.
David says that when he and his daughter were taken, it was his brother Dennis who got the call.
I pleaded with them that I didn't have the money to pay them. I didn't know how.
When my brother would tell them that he didn't have the money, they would hit me and throw me on the ground.
David says he witnessed how others were dismembered when they didn't have the money.
Puro machete, lo desmembraban.
They would dismember them and kill them with machetes.
He says he was forced to eat the meat of those who were killed.
Para que no hubiera rastro de nada.
They forced us to eat their meat so there wouldn't be any remains left.
Dennis claims he sold everything he could to help his brother. He asked for borrowed money, but was only able to raise half of the amount they asked for.
At that moment, I heard my brother pleading, "Brother, brother, if you can't get the money now, just let them cut me into pieces."
Despite the recent increase in migrants, neither the Mexican nor the U.S. government has been able to deter cartels from kidnapping migrants along the border.
Unprecedented number of migrants.
This year, Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas made it a mission to dismantle organized crime dedicated to human trafficking. As of today, 1,500 individuals are being investigated, but no one has been arrested. Dennis eventually paid $7,500 for their rescue. He showed us how he made 7 separate payments, all to different women, a method that criminals use to avoid any suspicion. His brother and niece were eventually freed near the Rio Grande by the Texas-Mexico border.
I put her on my back and I told her to hold on tight, and I made it. I made it across the river.
3 months after trying to seek asylum in the U.S., the U.S. government granted them a humanitarian parole, allowing this family to reunite.
For a moment, we thought it was over. That would not be able to meet our goal, to be here, together. But with God, everything is possible.
So happy David and Jimena made it out alive. That truly is incredible. Juan Cooper, who did all this reporting, joins us now from Telemundo headquarters in Miami. And Juan, for the families here in the U.S. who get that call from the kidnappers, it's a complete nightmare scenario because they can't really ask the FBI for help because their loved ones, in many cases, are not U.S. citizens.
Yeah, exactly, Tom. In most of the cases, they are not U.S. citizens, so they cannot call any U.S. authority to get help to free their loved ones. So the only thing they have is to get money to pay for the ransom. It's a very, very hard situation, and on the Mexican side it's pretty hard as well, because the local and state police officers, many times they work for the cartels, so it's very hard, Tom, for them.
Telemundo's Juan Cooper for us tonight. Juan, we thank you for that story.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.